Yeah, raining again. Yeah, it's raining. Well, it's about 58 degrees. Yeah, and it's raining again. Yeah, here's another rain. I had that heavy rain. Oh, I forgot to dump my bucket. Oh well, I know there was 3 inches in there yesterday. Yeah, there was 3 inches in there yesterday, so, and I think I got 2 inches of rain yesterday, and the other inch was from before. Anyway, another rain today. Well, see how much I get out of this one. Yeah. Yeah. Well, according to the radar, most of this storm is to the north and west of me. Yeah, so I'm getting the tail end of it from the south, so. Ooh, it's getting dark now. Oh boy. Oh well, just have to wait and see what I get. I probably lost the internet already. Oh, it's getting dark. That means, let me go up to the west side and see what's going on up there. Well, it rained. Looks like it was just a small rain. But there's some more headed this way. What's the matter, bud? You got wet? Yeah, it looks like that was a short burst. Yeah. What you doing, bud? Uh-huh. Yeah, it's off. This part's over. But there's more on the way. There's always more on the way. Yeah, it rained pretty hard there for a while. Look at all the water in the driveway. Yeah. Yeah, but what's the matter, bud? You missed me? Yeah. You don't have your sister to play with. She's with her babies. She just had some babies the other day. Yeah, oh, you're awful noisy today. Okay, bud, I'm going to go back in, keep an eye on the radar. There's not much to do today. Yeah, too wet. What do you want? Huh? I don't have time to be playing with you. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the heavy stuff is over that way. The strong storm and big storm. Yeah, that's up to the northwest of me right now. North and northwest. But I'll still get some rain out of it. Hopefully not as much as I did yesterday. That was too much. Too much rain. Okay, I'll catch you later. Oh, there's the lightning. Well, it ain't over yet. Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully when the rain's over today, sometime today, I'll try to go out to the big pasture and check the fences anyway. After that flood yesterday. Look at those clouds. Okay. Yeah. We'll see. I hear the thunder. Well, that's a big one to the north. Huh? Ah. There's a couple animals there. And the other two are down there. Oh, they're eating my apple tree. That one's always eating my apple tree. Oh well. The rain finally got me. That 9:35 a.m. Yeah, it's a light rain, so I don't think it's going to amount to much. Luckily, the majority of the rain went west and north of me, so I should be okay as far as flooding. At least on this one. There could be another one popping up, who knows. I'll go out and take a look. Yeah, it's just a light rain today. Or for now anyway. Just a light rain for now. I can handle this. Yeah. At least the rain's making the grass grow, I think. Yeah, cattle are getting their grass. So that's good. I think they're out of hay down there. But I'm going to wait until I may not feed them another one. If the grass can keep up with their eating. Yeah. Yeah. But I got some hay if they need it. Well, so far it hasn't rained enough to make this little stream overflow like it did yesterday. So a nice slow steady rain is okay. Yeah, that's the best way to have rain. Slow and steady. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But that could change real quick. Well, I guess I won't be doing no work today either. Not as long as it's raining. Let it rain. It's getting heavier. I better go in under some shelter. Yeah. I got an umbrella, but I'm still getting wet. Here it comes. Yeah, it's coming down now. Rain don't bother the cattle. Rain don't bother them. Just me. Yeah, that's it. Slow and steady. Slow rain. That's what I want. Well, at 10:10 a.m., the storm is mostly past, and so is the rain. Yeah, I think I'm done for a while. But I think there's more on the way. Well, I zoomed out to see what else is coming. And it looks like there's this, that's me up there. And that storm was already past me. And this one here, forming down in Oklahoma. And I think it's going in the same direction that one did. From the southwest to the northeast. So I'll see what I get out. That'll probably be this afternoon. That's just about what I did yesterday too. 2 storms. Of course, yesterday the first storm didn't hardly do anything except lightning. But the second storm I got 2 inches. So hopefully it won't be a repeat of yesterday. But we'll see. I'll keep watching and waiting. 65 degrees at 12:30 p.m. and the sun is shining. The new mama cat just came out of her thing, her doghouse, where her kittens are, and she hadn't moved them yet, so I guess she's content there. She's close to the food, and she probably came out here to clean herself. Yeah. Yeah, and the sun's shining, so I'm going to take a drive. The storm out in Texas and Oklahoma, that's pretty far away, so, but it might wind up here sometime this afternoon, or maybe this. I think the weather report last night on TV was showing, yeah, sometime in the evening. Yeah, maybe that's when it's supposed to get here in the evening. So we'll see. Anyway, sun's shining now, so I'm going to drive out to the big pasture with the ATV and see what's happened out there after the flood yesterday. The flood waters receded. I didn't go down there yet, but it doesn't matter. Water might be still going over there. But this looks okay. Fence is still up. What I need to check though is the south fence mostly, and the north fence too. Down over there across the creek, see if there's any flood debris on the fence. This here part was okay, I think. But this fence is off anyway, but I'm still going to check it. Yeah, I'm still going to check it. Well, there wasn't much damage out here. There's one limb that washed up over there. I'll throw that out of the way. Get away from the fence. Yeah, everything's wet. Yeah. But the pasture looks okay. And the weeds are starting to get big on the outside, but I can't mow that until... I'll have to spray it one of these days though, but I can't mow it until the ground dries out. Otherwise my mower will get stuck. Well, ground's still saturated with water. There's still water standing on top of the ground. There's only one flood debris over there, a little limb. I'll take care of that. And even though this fence has been off since I blocked them out of here, but today I turned it on just to check it to see if anything was grouted by the flood, and the fence is working good, so I turned it back off again after I tested it. This pasture's looking good. Stuff's growing real good now. Yeah, I can see the ironweeds are growing too. Yeah, those are the ironweeds. Cattle won't eat them, and they get pretty big by the end of summer. Yeah, but I'll probably let them in here middle of May. Probably could be end of May. It all depends on how much the grass grows out there where they're at now. If the grass could keep up with their eating, I'll lock them out of here longer. But right now, I'm just going to check the south fence and the north fence, make sure they're working, and see if there's any flood damage over that way. Because that's where the water was over there. Yeah, against those trees. Well, looks like there's a log laying up there. I'll see if I can grab that and pull it out. Other than that, oh dang, mosquito or some kind of bug flew in my eye. Ouch. Yeah. The only thing I got to worry about on this bridge is that the end starting to wash out there up near where the rocks are, starting to wash out there. I could have patched that one of these days with some cement before I can drive a truck out there. Before I can drive anything big. It's not too deep right now, but it's going to get worse. Oh, that hole's no worse than it was before. So, but it's not going to get any better. I need to put some cement, at least in this area. I need to put cement all the way through here to here and there, and that little hole there. But I'm not ready for that yet. Maybe later this summer. I'll work on that. I have to do it before we haul bales again, so through here. Otherwise I can't drive. That's too big of a bump. Man, it's too big of a hole. Now I'm sure that log is going to be waterlogged. I don't know if I can pull that out. It's funny how it got set up like that. How it just laid there. Probably because that end is heavier than this end. Yeah. But if I can, I'm going to try to lay it down so it'll flow through the culvert, because the culvert's pretty big. Yeah, it goes from about here to over there. Yeah, where that little point is, to right here. That's how wide the culvert is. Yeah, I don't know how many feet that is, but it's pretty big. Yeah, there's still plenty of water in this creek. If it gets another rain, it won't take much to fill it up. Here's that log. Let's see what they can do with it. I saw a snake. There's a snake right there. Probably a water moccasin. Yeah, there it is. It's a little one. Yeah, I don't like those. They've never been bothered me, but I just don't like them. Oh, that log was too heavy. I couldn't pick it up or anything. I thought I could lay it down and it would go through the thing, but it's too heavy. And now I probably can't pick it back up. There's that snake. Yeah, it swam away. There it goes. Hey, Snaky. Yeah, you just get away from me. Yeah. Oh, he went underwater. It'll pop up somewhere else. I gotta play with that thing again. I'm gonna get that log moved if I can. Well, I got that log positioned inside the hole. I pulled it that way a little bit with the pitchfork. The other end is heavier than this end. The other end, but it's going through. Get enough water going in there, it'll pull that log in. At least it's going in the right direction. Yeah, the current should make it go through on the next high water. Okay, that's done. That wasn't too hard. This is going to lay in there because it's waterlogged, but it'll flush out next time water goes. Well, that log is gone. That big log that was there before, it's gone. But that one's still there. So the water didn't wash that one away, but that one it did. It washed it downstream. Okay, let's go about my business. I gotta check some fences here. Well, I went ahead and tested the fence here. It's working. So whatever the flood did, it didn't ground the fence. At least not much anyway. It's still working. Yeah. But I'll still check it down there, way down there. That's where the damage was last time. So I'll check it again. Boy, that sun is hot. And it's humid now because of the rain, all the rain we had. Hot and humid. It doesn't, the temperature was only about 65, less than 70, but it sure feels hotter than that. Sticky. The humidity is high. So let me take a drive. I was going to go through that gate. I guess I will. But no, I don't know what to do. I want to go down there and check, but I also want to drive up to the top and check the hay up there. I'll just go down there first. I'll check the hay later. Here's this pond. As this pond backs up, it goes out the drain there. There's a drain over there that goes underneath this road and empties out into the creek. So, but as I came up, something swam out of there. I don't think I have any fish in here, but there might be. But those are probably tadpoles. I'm thinking there might be frog tadpoles. Anyway, I'm going to open that gate up and head down to the other end and see what it looks like down there with the flood debris. I'll just see if I can move that stump up. It's in the way of the ditch going down. There's that barrel, that rusty barrel down there. That's where the culvert goes across. I still need to clean up this trench here. Maybe I'll do that today, right now. I can see the water flowing this way The water's high enough now where it comes out here and goes down that drain. I clean that out a little bit. I really need to dig it out a little bit more, dig it deeper. But it's too muddy right now. But I can get that out of the way, throw that stump out, and clean these other limbs out of the way too. Looks like the water went over that way, so it wouldn't hurt to dig some of it. Right through here. Right there, I need to dig some. Yeah. But not today. It's too muddy for that. I dug that. I took the pitchfork and pulled out all the sticks and leaves and stuff from there. I can even see the concrete from where I put that post in. Yeah, let's get that stump out of the way. Oh, that's good enough for now. Well, that'll do for now. Okay, I'm going to head on through. I got a wire gate over there to go through too. Oh, I have to close this gate in case the cattle come down when I'm out there in the pasture. Okay, let's get on with what I came out here to do. I keep forgetting to recharge that cattle rub. One of these days I'll get around to it. I want to head down there and see what it looks like down to that corner. Because all that over there next to that fence in this corner, this is all flooded yesterday. Actually, this side flooded before that side flooded. Because this creek was already full and that water couldn't get out because of all the water in this other creek. Okay, let's go. Well, I can really see the ironweeds growing now. Since the cattle are keeping the grass down and they don't eat the ironweeds, it's about the only thing you can see popping up. The grass is still pretty short, but hopefully they got enough to eat. Plus I gave them 4 bales I forget what I gave it to them. Saturday, I think it was Saturday. That's what I remember. Anyway, let's drive down there. Doesn't look too bad from here. There's a little bit down there. That's about it. And all the stuff that I had here, looks like it all got flushed away. Yeah, flushed away. And some of it flushed up over here. Yeah, went under the fence. So that's good. But I'll clean that off. Over there. I can tell if the water was this high, especially over there, the debris, because that fence was clean before the flood. From the last flood, I cleaned it off. Yeah, so just knock this stuff off and I'm done. Well, sure is warming up today. Even with the clouds, the sun is just heating up because it's more directly overhead now than it was before in winter. Oh, the water is still draining out of that pasture, mostly on this side here, but all the way through here. That's all wet. There's big water standing out there. Can't see this too good because of the grass, but the water's flowing through that little dip there. And I had to put some sticks in next to that post because it was pushed this way and I need to strengthen it better. And it's flowing into that small stream, which flows into the big stream. It's upstream and that goes all the way up to the farm. That's the headwaters. The farm is the watershed for this stream. And this flows into that other bigger stream there where it makes this turn and goes toward the road. And that's upstream. Well, lucky for me, it wasn't much for me to do out here today. That's good. Yeah. Well, like I said, they got grass to eat. It's not as much as I would hope. I thought that would grow back faster since I gave them bales the other day, 4 bales. But between the bales and this grass, I hope it'll hold them over. Till I let them into here. Once I let them into here, there's no problem with having enough grass. Yeah, this is growing pretty good. I'm hoping for another 2 weeks. Middle of May. That's what I'm hoping for. Or aiming for, should I say. It's all up to me, I guess. And it's up to this, how much this grass can grow. Okay, I'm going to head up to the top and check out the hay bales up there. And I'm done out here. Oh, check the north fence too. This fence is working good. The south fence is working good. Oh, I'm all done down here. Fence is working. That's all I care about. And I almost needed to put it in 4-wheel drive to get out of there. But I managed to get it with just 2-wheel drive. I had to go up to the top. Alright, go to the top, check everything out up there, and now go home. Okay, I'm headed for the top now. Oh boy, the sun's bearing down on me. But at least the breeze is cool, when there is one. I showed grass here, I think it was last week, maybe? Yeah. And I think it's had 2 rains on it since then. But I can't tell if... I see some little stuff coming up, but I can't know if that's fescue or just the grass that was already there. But something's trying to grow. So I hope there's some kind of grass growing this year. Problem with just sowing the grass on top of the ground, this hard ground, bare ground, that when it rains, the water just washes all the seed down the hill. So I don't know how much good it does. And I'm seeing more erosion here too. There and there. Yeah, it's even washed that nut wrap out of the way. Pushed it over. Water's coming down that little gully there. I guess I'll have to move some of that rock and spread it in here. Yeah, at least that much. I need to buy another load of rock too, but not while the ground's wet. I have to wait till the summer when it's dry. It's probably a good idea if I spread some rock here too. Spread it. Yeah. We'll see. Got to come up with some money for that. Look what happened to the 4 bales I gave them last week. I see some cattle over there in the woods, on the other side of that branch. I see one calf laying out there. Yeah, and that bale there got rolled over, still there, so that's still some hay they can eat. And there's still hay here. I gave them 4 bales here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And there's still hay down there if they wanted to eat some. Yeah, the longer it lays here, the less they want to eat it. Well, they can go 2 more weeks. Yeah. They got grass to eat, so I'm not too worried. Oh, there's 2 calves laying over there. Okay. 2 out of the 5 calves this year. Yeah, there was 1 bale there. I think a bale there. A bale there. And a bale there. So I'm not sure which bale that is. I think it's this bale. So there's less hay, loose hay there. So I think they rolled it this way and then that way. It could have come from there too. So I don't know. Either one of those 2 could have been this bale. And I see the cattle up in the woods there. They're all spread out over there. I'm gonna take a walk. There's a shelter. That must be the other 3 calves. There's a cow back there and a couple white ones. Yeah, there's another one laying down there. Yeah, and there's some over that way too. There's a shelter again. There's that branch. A lot of water came down here. There's cattle up there. There's bull behind that round one. Yeah. There's cattle over there. I don't know if that's all of them, but that's all that I can see from here. Look at this tree. That's a white oak there. Yeah, that's a white oak. Split. It's a split white oak. It's got 2 branches on it. But look, we're thrown right next to it. There's a hickory. Yeah. Yeah, isn't that something? But they grow, both growing pretty good. There's another white oak split, another white oak split, another hickory. Yeah. And another white oak there, a bigger one, and then the smaller one right in between them. That's a small hickory. And that's a hickory over there. So there's hickories and oaks. There's a red oak. Nice red oak. Another red oak down there. I think that's a red oak too. A big one. Anyway, and there's a couple big red oaks right there. And behind those 2 dead ones here. Another red oak. Another red oak there. Another red oak. Another red oak. Another red oak. Another red oak. There's some nice trees in here. That red oak looks like it's dying. But not yet, I guess. Still got leaves on it, but some of the limbs are dying, falling off. Yeah. A couple more big ones down there. There's a real big one there. Some nice trees in here. Yeah, I said before, if I ever have to sell, I'll have this logged off before I sell it, because there's some nice big red oaks down in that other branch too. Yeah, if I have to sell this when I get too old to take care of the cattle, yeah, I'm going to make some money on it before I sell it off the trees. Okay, well, I guess I'm done out here. Oh, look at that. This branch here has water coming down it from that 2-inch rain we had yesterday. Look at all the leaves that blew out, flowed out into that pasture there. Yeah, I guess you call that the delta. That's the delta down there. Okay, gotta go back. Okay, so since I'm here, I guess I'll go check out the earthworks over there too, on that culvert. Oh, I gotta check the north fence too, I forgot. I'll check it down there. Or over there somewhere. I know the south fence is working, which ends up there, top of the hill, comes from there, goes down to the south fence. And there's the rest of the cattle. Looks like the 2 youngest ones are right there. Yeah, out in the open. The 3 older ones are there. There's the 3 older calves. There's the oldest one's in the middle, and she's a girl. And the 2 on the side are both boys. Yeah. And that's the cow that had that light colored calf. And the big and the red, and she was a heifer when she had it. Let's see what her. Let's see, she had that April 6th. Is that right? I always forget that one. April 6th. I can't remember that one either now. Oh, wait. 425. That one's 425. Yeah, April 25. This last week, I guess. Yeah. I think that was April 6th. I'm not sure anymore. I'm not sure. Anyway, the cow that had that, I don't see her. I think she's way over there on the other side of the hill. It was a red heifer that had that calf. Hey, little one. Yeah. Were you April 6th? I have to look you up because I forgot. I thought it was April 6th. Pretty close to April. And that's her cat. The white cow is her mother. Let's see who's over there. Yeah. Yeah. Bully's laying down over there too. Okay, that was the last cow that had calf, the one that's walking to the calf. That was the last cow, but that's her fourth calf. That's her fourth calf. The one in the woods there, one in the trees. One behind that multi-flower rose bush. Yeah. That's the last calf born out here this year, so that gives me 5. Okay, let's keep on going. She acts like that's on her mama, but it is. Oh, that's her. That black one is her older brother from last year. Yeah, the black calf is her older brother from last year. Well, finally figured it out. He's got a nurse from the side because the first day it was born there, when I first saw it, it kept nursing from behind her legs, underneath her tail. But now she's going in from the side, so I guess she knows what she's doing now. Good for her. Okay, this cow's got her baby. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're April 6th. Now I'm going to have to look you up when I get home. Okay, the first calf born was a heifer. There are 3 laying over there. That was February 18. The next one was March 11, a boy. The next one was March 17. That was a boy. And then this one was April 6, a girl from a heifer. The cow was a heifer. And then that one, oh, did I miss one? Okay, first one was a girl. Second one was a boy. The third one was a boy born to that one over there with the stripes. Then this one was 4. Yeah, this one was 4, April 6th. And then that was the last one on, oh, I forgot now, April 25. Yeah, see that red cow? The red cow over there? She had, I forgot who she had. I'm lost here. The red cow. Which calf is hers? Oh, her calf. I forget who's first. I can't remember anymore. I know that cow there, striped one and the red cow, they both had boys. I know that. I can't remember which one was which. I'll have to check my pictures for that. This is where I usually check my fences. If I don't check them down by the gate on top of the road, pasture road, then I'll check them here. North fence is here, which I haven't checked yet. But I checked the south fence down there by the bridge, so it's working. And it's still working after I move some debris. So let me check the north fence now on the left. This north fence, from this post down and around to all the way to the gate. It's working, but not very good. It's only working on maybe a third or less than half of what it's supposed to be working. So it's grounded somewhere, so since I'm out here, I guess I'll go ahead, and I got the ATV, I'll go out and drive around, see if I can find something. Here's the bull over that way. They're all relaxed. Well, it doesn't act like they're hungry, so let me do some fence checking now. Oh, I'm still not ready to drive on this yet. So too wet. But I sowed grass here too, but it's going to take a while for it to grow. And it might be sprouting now after that rain. But I'll go ahead, drive on the dam to get across and check this fence. Just on my way to drive across the dam, that's all. That's where I'm headed. Oh, this fence I installed this spring, working out pretty good. They're not going over it or through it or anything, so that's good. That's because it's electrified. Still looks pretty good from here. I still need to dig that ditch. I can see some water trying to come this way from up there. I need to dig a deeper ditch so it empties out. Because it's eroding at the little area there. Also eroded there. I could patch that with some dirt from there. I can do that with buckets. That one too, I can patch that up. I can't tell if this water, I'm going to do the same thing, dig a ditch from there down to because the culvert's near that middle pole, yellow pole there, under that log. So I got a little bit of touch-up work here, but nothing serious. But I'm still not ready to drive on it. Check the fence from up there where the fence starts down through here. I turned the fence off too, in case I find something wrong. And I checked it all the way from the corner and then up to here. And so far, no ground. I'm going to drive down and check. I can only check when I get to those two trees. I got to go down to the bottom because I can't drive on that hill. But I can look up to see if there's any limbs or something laying on it. Because that's what I think's grounding it. Since it's still working, I think there's a limb on it. Yeah, I'll check. Nothing so far. Nothing in this stretch. And nothing down here either. At least up to there where I can see. Now I gotta head on down there. Looks like I got a thing in my way. I'll have to move that. Well, I guess I don't have to move it because I'm going through there anyway. When I'm driving down here, I look up there to see if I can see all the fence wires and insulators that are attached correctly. Still nothing. Nothing. Once I get down to there, I have to stop, get off, and walk down there to that bottom of that hill because I can't drive in there. Then when I'm done checking, I'm going to take a left turn there and go up that hill and come out up there. Well, that's what I drove through. It was pretty wet through here. Right through there where I came through, it was pretty wet. And then I had to swing out. Yeah. I guess the creek overflowed here too. It's all soggy down in there. And the creek's still flowing. This is overflow from the pond. And that's where it goes down. It goes down to that, where that post is there, before it goes up the hill. And I have to walk. I have to walk to there because I can't get my ATV in there. But this is where I cross. When I'm done, I'll cross that and go up that hill. Well, so far I haven't found anything grounding the fence. And I'm not done yet. Yeah, it looks good all the way from the other end to here. Yeah, last time it was grounded, that post there, T-post, got pushed over by a log or something during the last flood, and it hit that white insulator, and then it also touched the wire. But not today. Yeah, not today. So I'm gonna go ahead and, since I'm here, I'm gonna walk up this hill. Walk up the hill behind me. I'll check some of it. Then I'll go back to my ATV. Oh, I found the ground. Yeah. That big tree. I don't know if I can get that off of there. I might need a chainsaw, but I'm going to go back, get the ATV and drive it up to the top. and then walk back down. The rest of this fence looks okay, as far as I can tell. Put some strain on these posts though, with all that weight on it. Okay, time to go back to ATV. At least I know where the ground is. Okay, I'm ready to leave. I'm gonna cross this stream here and go up that hill to the top. That's where I came from, down there. Looks like the cattle moat. Now I remember which calf that is. That's the calf. That's the bull calf with the pink nose. Yeah, that's the pink nose one. I'm gonna let the gate open. And good thing the cattle stayed on that end. Well, I got another job to do, and then I'll go back and turn the fence back on. That's a tree that fell over, but it didn't break the wire. It didn't break the insulators. It just got to get the tree off. That's all. That's probably why it's still working. I think I might need a chainsaw for that, but I want to give it a try. I'd have to lift it up and push it all the way over above that post. And I don't think I can do that. I'll probably have to come back and get the chainsaw. That's my only option, I think. On second thought, I might be able to get it. The log ain't that long. I think I can lift it up. Let's give it a try. Yeah, it seems light. Not sure how light, but I'm going to give it a shot. Let's give it a try. I almost had it. The weight of the log's not the problem. It's that wire. That rusty wire that goes down. There's a small knot on the bottom side, and that wire is too tight. I can't get it over the knot, so I'm going to try to cut it off with my saw. Oh, there's a little knot. Hard to get off. Anyway, I got it. The wire's loose now, and I can lift that up and over the fence. Okay, I got it. Half of it broke off before I lifted it over. And then I got hung up on that other tree stump down there. I had to pick it up some more to get it over that. Anyway, it's off. I got to decide what to do about these stretched wires. I could probably leave it the way it is, although I think I will tighten up the other ones. The barbed wires, I don't have gloves for that. Maybe I'll do that later. I tightened up the two wires on that T-post back there, the smooth wires. And after I tighten them, I use the ends of those wires to tie to the barbed wires and pull them back to tighten them up. And that worked pretty good. At least they're tight now. I'm going to drive back to the charger and turn it on and see if it works. I think I'm done. Just got to turn the charger back on to test the fence, and if it works, I'm done. And I'm back to the house. Well, the fence is turned on again, and it's working better. I don't think it's 100%, but it's working good enough for me. I still got the other end to check up by the corral, but I don't feel like it. I might drive by just to look. It can't be something big because the fence is working better now. Cattle are back grazing in the bottom again. Yeah. Moving their way to the other end, to the west end. There they go. Moving right along, eating as they go. Well, it's 3 p.m. and cattle are grazing the bottom again. I came down to meet them. Oh, they're all here. Oh, I'm tired, running out of battery. Phone battery's low, so I can't do much now. Okay, there's the five calves. There's the 5 calves. 2 light brown ones. There's 3 females.
The one that's being licked over there, and the one next to it, those are two females. Those are the two youngest ones, and the oldest one's a female. So the oldest and the two youngest. The two bulls in the middle there, the darker ones, the red ones, yeah, those are bulls. Okay, well that's all I got for today. Maybe. I might have some more at the house. Yeah, I'm going to check the radar, see how close that storm is. Okay, girls and boys, take care of yourself. Hope you have enough grass to eat until the middle of May. But if I think you need more, I'll probably open that up sooner. But right, not now, because now it's too wet to go in there. Yeah, I want it to dry out a little bit. And grow a little bit more too. As long as they got enough to eat here, that's all I care about, enough to eat. Some of the cattle came around the corner there. But I'm not going to wait for the rest of them to show up. I'm headed home. Right through that gate and out to the road, across the bridge. Neighbor's burning his trash pile again. And I think in the spring, that whole hill got burnt off. I don't know if they intended to do that or not, but that's probably, if it did, that's probably how it got started, when they was burning that stuff. Yeah. But it's okay, it didn't hurt nothing. It's just a pond dam. It was covered with vetch, I know that. Alright, I'm going home now. Yeah, I don't think I can wait for this ground to dry out enough to get the lawnmower in there. It's already got stuck once up there at the end of that cut. So I think before I let them in here, about a week before I let them in here, again I'm going to spray the fence line here. Yeah, all the way around. Just to make sure they know that there's a fence that they shouldn't reach under. That's better than nothing. Okay. There's the cattle out there grazing away on the other side. Alright, I'm headed home. The sun's shining hard, they're strong. It's warmed up, that's for sure. But the air's still cool. We've got a cool breeze. The three animals are over there under that tree, trying to get in the shade. The other one just came out of those trees over there. I got one more thing I'd like to do today, or at least start on, down there by that culvert down there. I'm going to charge my phone up first. Yeah. I didn't have to check this fence because yesterday after the water receded, the fence was working good. And I checked it again today and it's still working good. So, and the south fence is working even before I took a little debris off the corner back there on the southwest corner across the creek. And I found the ground on the north fence. There was a tree, dead tree fell on it up behind the corral. So took care of that. Everything's working good enough out there. So and look at the cloud. Nice. Look at the cloud floating around. Floating along. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to charge my phone and I'll come back out unless it starts. There's a storm moving this way, and I'll see where that is too. Around 73 or 4 degrees. Oh, it's after 3 p.m. I'd say it's around 3:30. I gotta rest and cool off inside the house. Well, it's 3:30 p.m. Radar shows that storm in the southwest. It's up into Arkansas now and part of Missouri. Yeah, but it's still down in Texas and Oklahoma still. That's how long it is. Yeah, and I think it's moving this way slowly, and it probably won't reach here until after dark. So Just have to wait till tomorrow, see what happens with that. Just had a little sprinkle. Yeah, I don't know where it came from. I just checked the radar. I didn't see nothing near me. Huh. Must have been one of these little clouds. Yeah, it didn't show up on the radar. Let's see if I can go find it. It stopped now, but it's just like a 1 or 2 minutes drizzle. That's enough to make me hear it outside. Yeah. Yeah. There's the cloud. Yeah. The sun's behind it. Yeah, it's a pretty big cloud. Yeah, I don't think it was even showing up on the radar. Yeah. Yeah. Weird looking. Weird. Here comes some more from that little cloud. Oh well. I think there's more to come later tonight. We'll see. Yeah, I guess that cloud was red radar if I zoomed in far enough. When I was checking it before, I didn't zoom in far enough. I was getting a wider view. Mostly of the other storm down to the southwest. Anyway, that's the cloud that came over me. That little thing. Gave me a few drops anyway. Nothing to speak of, but I mean nothing that totaled anything, but it was interesting that I got some rain out of it. But I heard it from inside the house, so I had to go out and check. But it's over now. It's already after 7 p.m. and once I got into the house and sat down, I just didn't feel like coming back out. I was going to do something out here, but I changed my mind. I couldn't wait for another day. I haven't looked at the radar since about 3:30. And that storm was way down there in Oklahoma and Texas. Maybe Arkansas too. So I wasn't too concerned about it. Getting close to 7:30 now. So I'm gonna go check the radar when I go back in. I just wanted to finish up this video with something out here. Okay, well, the bugs are flying around me. So if it rains tonight, it rains tonight. I'll just wait and see. When I came back from the big pasture today, after working out there, I was just going to go in the house and charge my phone, and then I was going to come back and do some work on those 2 railroad ties on those crossing that culvert there. I was going to bring them in to make it tighter because there's some erosion on each side from on the inside of those railroad ties. But like I said, once I sat down and relaxed, I just didn't feel like getting back up. I can wait. And if it's going to rain again tonight, so maybe I'll just wait until after the next. I'll just do it some other time. Hopefully it doesn't wash away before I get it done. Okay, save that for another day. All my work's starting to pile up. I want to do that. I got to spray the fences for weeds with the weed killer. Of course, I got to buy some more weed killer first. I got enough for one tank full on my backpack sprayer, but it's not enough to do all the pasture fences. But I'll get the important ones done before I need to buy some more. And at least this water does go through. Once it gets past that area there, it goes out real good. Goes out real nice. Okay. Yeah, sounds like the neighbor's cutting grass. Other cattle are out here out eating grass. The fence is working, and I hear thunder in the distance out the southwest or west. There's Bud. Bud heard me. He's going to come up. Didn't you, Bud? Watch your tail. You got shocked here. He got shocked over here when he was going underneath the fence here. His tail hit that knee. He screamed and ran back to the house. See what he does now. I think he lowered his tail that time. Right, Bud? You didn't get shocked today. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, if it rains tonight, I'll see what it looks like in the morning. Yeah, because it's going to get... Sun goes down about 7:45 p.m. now. So, okay, well, girls and boy, I'll see you in the morning. The bugs are bad. It's getting bad here. One thing I like about winter, about the only thing I like about winter, is no bugs, no insects. But now, as it warms up, I like this time of year when the grass starts growing again, but not the bugs that come with it. All right, that's all for today. Catch you on the next one. Well, it's 7:30 p.m. radar showing the storm is still down southwest of me, way south, down in mostly in Arkansas. Yeah, I don't even know if it's coming my way. They usually do. I think it might go south. I think it's going east too. Not going south, going north. It's going it's going south. Yeah, it's going. I think it's going to slide off in this direction. That's what I'm thinking. It's going to go south of me. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. I guess we'll find out. I'll find out later. Okay, that's about it for today. That's all, folks. Well, this is the past and future cast. It might still reach me on the up higher, but I think it's all might even dry up before it gets to me. Who knows? Yeah, it's going to be a while before it gets here. Yeah, I'm way up there, southeast of St. Louis. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.